while I'll play Batman Arkham Knight in the background, I'll also be discussing my thoughts on Doctor Strange. Okay, so not too long ago I went to go see Doctor Strange with my little brother. He's 11 currently. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty weird experience. I know it was an expensive experience because all this, you know how movie theaters are with all their billion-dollar snacks and stuff. Well, anyway, so I went to go see the movie. Wasn't really expecting much. Actually, we didn't even know what to expect because we don't really know anything from Doctor Strange, with the exception of the superhero squad cartoon, if anyone knows or remember that. But so I went into the movie with an open mind. Little did I know. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Nothing like a good butt whooping from Batman. Because I'm Batman. Back to what I was saying. Little did I know that, okay, visually, let's talk about visuals for a second. Visually, the movie is stunning. Like, the amount of work that went into this movie is incredible. Like, all the CGI effects and all the unique metaphorical effects and stuff. Everything's just incredible. I remember when I first saw the, when I first saw the trailer, and I was like, whoa, this is pretty trippy. I wonder what it would be like to see this in 3D. That's what I thought. I didn't see it in 3D, but I wonder. But I've heard from people who have seen it in 3D that it's quite the movie. Man, I'm so tired. Yeah, I'm not getting enough sleep lately. I cannot speak either. Okay, Chris. Getting off track. Get back on track. Anyway. Okay, visually, the movie gets a freaking S. Now, let's talk about the story. The story is pretty straightforward. Even by Marvel's recent standards. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I know there are a lot of people out there who would want more. Although it did surprise me. And it's something very subtle in the story. Something most people, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. Most people, I do know that for a fact that most people won't even get at first watch. And it's the motivation. It's Doctor Strange's motivation behind doing what he does. Near the at the climax of the movie, his mentor, the One, dies. But before she dies, she explains to Strange how while it's not necessarily wrong for humans to gain eternal life, it will be meaningless. Because from her point of view, and from her experiences, she believes that death is what gives life meaning. And because Doctor Strange has been trying to save people and avoid death his entire life by becoming the Doctor, he empathizes with her, and actually agrees with her that death is what gives life's meaning. So you would think that he wants to stop the bad guy because it's the quote-unquote right thing to do, which is pretty shallow in and of itself. No, his goal is actually a little bit more selfish. He wants life to continue to have meaning for everyone. And that's why he's stopping the main bad guy. Because if you think about it, the main bad guy wanted all of humans to be immortal. Is that necessarily wrong? That's kind of the few moral questions this movie poses, like what is right and wrong, you know, immortality, and should you make decisions for other people that'll affect other people even without them knowing it, that kind of stuff. The motivation is what really caught me off guard, and I like that. different. Let's see, the villain. The villain is pretty standard by Marvel standards too. Someone we probably won't even see again. But it's whatever. I wasn't really watching this movie for the villain. You know, I'm not expecting a Joker like Loki, or a Joker or Loki, because Loki is pretty awesome too. Speaking of Asgardian gods, there's I believe Doctor Strange will play a role in Thor Ragnarok, because at the end of the movie, Doctor Strange is talking to Thor, and Thor's looking for his father, so Doctor Strange, for some reason, he wants them to get off the Earth as soon as possible, so he's gonna help Thor find his father, and that's gonna go into Thor Ragnarok, and they come out next year. I'm not excited for it, but I'm happy to see Doctor Strange will probably be in it. Who knows, maybe the Hulk will be in it too. Haven't seen them in a while. Let's see, any other major points I should talk about? Oh yeah! But before I talk about anything else, let's watch the finale of this fight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, nice work. You really held your own just now. I'm impressed.
You can carry him.
Oh my gosh. I remember when I first played this, that fight was amazing. As you can tell from my voice from the gameplay. Back to I would say a quick summary of the story is basically there's this guy, this rich surgeon who's very good at what he does, and
I need to pick a target before
he's also very arrogant because of what he does. That's kind of a character flaw he has that he overcomes as the movie progresses. So one day, while he's driving on the road onto somewhere, I forgot where he was going, because of his arrogance and I guess his pride and a little bit of just plain stupidity, he gets into a car accident by looking at his tablet while driving. Not very smart. And he ends up injuring his whole body, but especially his hands. For surgeons, their hands are extremely important because it allows them to do what they do. And he injures his hands so bad that he basically has arthritis at age 20 or 30 something, or however old he is, and it's bad. He can't be a surgeon anymore. He could probably still have a career in the medical field, but he's not going to be a surgeon anytime soon, or at all for that matter. And it devastates him to the point where he just goes downhill from there. His psyche, his relationships, his money, his life just turns to absolute shit. He has no idea what to do with his life now. And so, desperate to try to get his hands back, you know, the awesome hands that he had, that were able to freaking pull bullets out of brains without damaging the brain, he eventually come across this guy. I forgot what his name was. Maybe someone in the comments, someone can type it down as a comment. Someone who watched the movie. Looking at you, Kevin. Help me out, bruh. Anyway, so he ends up finding this place that's able to teach other people magic, and he finds the one. She's basically an ancient teacher who teaches others magic. And through years in practice, I don't know how many years. No, I think I do. I believe this movie starts at around when when Iron Man 2 happens. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I think that's when it first starts. Because for some reason the time continuity in this movie is everywhere. It's not very clear what happens and when.
What can I say? I'm irresistible.
And anyway,
We need to get back to the cells. You take out.
so he learns magic. He's really good at it, and he comes across the villain, basically. And he talks to the villain, and he figures out that the villain is trying to save all of humanity by making all of them immortal. And he also finds out that the very teacher, the teacher that explains to all her students dark magic is bad, he finds out that that very teacher uses dark magic to extend her own life. What a hypocrite, right? So, all that's going on. They get into a fight, the one and the villain, and the one practically suffers more wounds. And before she dies, like I said, she's talked to Strange about what life means and how death gives life meaning, blah 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 blah. After that, Strange takes it upon himself to stop the villain using one of the forbidden magics, the manipulation of time. And it's really cool how they project time in this movie. Like the scene with the apple, that was amazing. Now, and especially the last scene in the movie, the last act of the movie, where everything's just going backwards and people's deaths are being reversed and stuff. Oh, that was brilliant. And at the end, and at the very end, not the very end, but the last boss, the freaking Dormammu monster in the other dimension, he defeats him by basically, actually, I would actually like to compare this to the anime ReZero or Erased. If you've seen those animes, you probably, most of my viewers probably haven't. But he's basically warps time to the point where, unless Dormammu strikes a deal with him, he will forever have to kill Strange over and over again for all of eternity. And it's a smart tactic, a stupid tactic, and yet at the same time, I respect Strange so much for it because it shows just how dedicated and motivated and prepared he was to stop Dormammu. So yeah, he's now one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was a good movie. It wasn't extraordinary like Civil War or my personal favorite Winter Soldier, but it wasn't bad or average either. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a good watch. Those are just my thoughts on it. I mean,
I'll need to use the voice synthesizer.
any other thoughts I have on it? If I could say anything, it would probably be that the comedy isn't as good as I would have liked it to been. And again, it would have been nice to know exactly when things were happening. But it's whatever. I feel like they kind of just threw this movie out there. Like, they tried on this movie, but I feel like Marvel Studios just kind of threw this movie out there just so they can build the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, that's all I have to say, really. You can enjoy the rest of this gameplay if you want, but I would extremely appreciate it if you could tell others to subscribe to me. I've been at 15 subscribers for so long, I don't feel like I'm gonna get anywhere. I'm not crying. I'm not crying, my eyes are leaky.
This one's conscious.
Get off me! When Harley and the new Jokers get back, they'll kick your ass! Get off!
I ain't going anywhere near Belle. She's nuts.
She jumped on Hudson, scratched out one of his eyes, right in front of everyone.
What did Harley do?
Nothing. I tell you. You should run, Batman. We're gonna hurt.
Oh.
Ready, boss?
Robin, attack with me.
Go!
We are. Oh man. Come on. Oh. Look at it. Oh man, we are awesome. Oh my gosh. Got a lot of points.
And this is the really cliche part where I say to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.